So hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically are discussing about one topic that is city creation, and in city creation basically we are discussing on one topic that is future creation, India account and Amazon account. And after 2 days, basically the big earthquake is going to happen in India. So that is the topic basically which we are discussing. In this basically, one person told that yeah, really basically you told in previous video that is correct, or basically just you are just telling like that only. Then one person told that how basically you are going to check this basically. That is the question basically. Yeah. The power supply basically that you are getting basically in 850 crore computers. That is from that land only basically how you can check. Then one person told that that time basically the Indian Prime Minister was there. He basically told that basically he was informed that basically from this land basically we are getting the power supply. So he basically told that basically yes basically. So he basically have the information of this. This is the land. That is the Canada land. So one person told that how basically you can 100% confident basically how you are getting power from this land only. There might be some specific reason basically how that Canada land basically is telling that basically we are only supplying the power supply for computer. So one person told that when power supply that is a SAP which was not created yet basically that time basically the power supply of SAP Salesforce was created from that lava company, and that was dumped into that land. That is one thing. Then one of the person told that from SAP energy basically, that is the from SAP power basically, lots of human are also created. That person basically is going, that person family, he is a SAP, he is basically one of the tool of SAP. You can't able to imagine that basically. One person basically has converted into, sorry, one person basically has converted into tools basically, SAP tools. So that person basically which is going there, he is a tool of one of the SAP software. So software basically created after some time basically. But physical things basically are created long before. That is SAP energy basically is created, SAP human is created, SAP cities are created. After that, basically the SAP software has created. So one person told that it's a huge process. Yeah, basically it's a huge process. Basically that means. So another person told that yes, basically it's a huge process. So another person told that it's a huge process. So one person told that to create SAP basically lots of process basically as well. That means one example basically one person given. SAP basically has got many power. From that basically he basically have the power of breaking the head also basically, of someone. So he told that I will break that person's head basically. So for that basically one person told that he has created lots of energies basically. From that he really basically broken his head. One person told that from SAP basically I can access anyone's heart basically. That was the thing. Basically can access anyone's heart basically. He really access. Person told that I basically can access. You really access the heart basically. One person told that I can access anyone's head part also basically. He really accessed, and he basically damaged the head. This is one thing about company. Now basically few more stories about the company. One person told that one person basically in company basically he got some problem with the project. One of the supervisor basically, his supervisor, his manager or his delivery head or his director. So he basically was having the power. So he told that give him AIDS girl, generate basically finish his energy. That is the next level energy. That is do nasbandi of that particular person. Then one of the satellite person told that yeah, what is nasbandi? Because that satellite group basically don't know basically what is nasbandi. So Sunil R. Nair explained actually what is nasbandi. Nasbandi means the person basically is trying to get father basically, want to become father basically, but he is not going to. He is basically is not getting the success basically. When he basically checked the medical department, that time basically assume that that person basically is from Mumbai. So when basically he basically done his second marriage basically in Bangalore. So when basically he's checked his second marriage, sorry, his medical report basically. That time basically somebody told that yeah, basically your Nasbandi was done basically. Then he told no, basically I am basically doing fasting of Hanumanji since 35 years basically. So nobody can basically do Nasbandi of Sunil or Nair basically. Just taking as an example, basically really basically my Nasbandi is not because I am doing fasting of Hanumanji basically. So there is if Nasbandi will happen, that means basically it's an insult of Pavan Putra Hanuman done by Mumbai city. So that basically nobody will do that basically. So I assume that just taking as an example basically. Now basically he done the second marriage in Bangalore. In Bangalore basically when he checked his medical report basically, that time as he got the information that here basically you are basically generation basically has ended Sunil here. Your somebody group has basically done Nasbandi in this particular year also. He told the year date also basically. So he told the no year basically my Nasbandi has not done. Then doctor basically checked the each and every medical report and basically he submitted his medical report and he basically got that area also and the doctor's name also who actually done this Nasbandi. Doctor's name also who actually done the Nasbandi. So one person told that assume that basically my generation basically has ended. So who might have ended? That is Hanuman temple group only basically. They only basically have the permission. So they ended your generation. Then basically why temples basically exist? That means one of the person told that there is some problem in Hindu only basically. If this has happened basically, that means there is some problem basically in Hindu. Hindus are basically finishing Hindus. Why? Because they got money. But this type of activity, do you think basically one person will do fasting of 35 years and he basically his generation will end by Mumbai, that is Marathi group. Nobody can do this here basically. That means this is insult of Jai Shri Ram group, Jai Hanuman group, insult of Pavan Putra Hanuman. Then basically few people told that they only basically have done this. Then basically the world end basically is nearly going to happen. From satellite, one of the person told that world is going to be end soon basically. If their people basically has done this, that is North, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh. They are basically across the world everywhere basically. They say that basically we can access your heart also. We can access your head also. That group basically. Jai Shri Ram and Jai Hanuman group. They told that basically we got money basically. So I have done that. So for money, basically, you have ended the world. Basically. So North Group basically ended the world. If I say this, then also basically it's 100% sahi hai. But this type of thing, do you think basically North Group will do? I don't think basically if they will do, they have done that means they have ended the entire world. Basically. So due to India, basically world ended. Due to India country, the world has ended. So one person told that Sunil basically the group basically which you have given the information basically you have got basically that might be wrong, that your generation basically has ended. So somebody basically might have given you wrong information. But one of the satellite person told that basically your generation was ended. So he told that basically we have basically started taking the backup of world basically. This world will end basically due to one group. So one person told that dude, I don't think basically anybody basically have the rights basically to end anyone's generation basically. I don't think basically anybody have the rights. This connects to the law basically. That is rules and regulation, which is created by Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Just a minute, basically. Which was created by Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Just a minute. So one person told that their group basically can't do this type of activity basically. But few people told that they basically have full power basically. They have got full power. They can do. They basically can damage anyone's head. I will take one live example. You will not able to believe it basically. One person told that basically sir basically I got one new laptop basically. Then that person told that okay basically. Then one of the person told that he basically started connecting the meeting basically. So one person basically he basically have the full authority. He basically told that basically I basically can do, I basically can access anyone's laptop basically. So he basically installed one software basically in laptop, and he told that basically ho gaya. And he told that ho gaya. So he accessed that laptop basically when he was basically doing the meeting basically, and he installed that software so that basically whatever things basically we are doing in laptop basically he can track basically. Why? Because he have the full power basically given by Vadodara city, and he done that basically, and he installed that software in laptop basically. You can't believe this basically. So one of the person told them उनके बाप का है क्या laptop? Then one person told that they basically have full authority. Why? Because you are working in that company basically. And company rule says that if you are working in that company, you basically have full access of the computer basically. You have the full access of body basically. You basically can access your head also. You can access your heart also basically. That was also done basically. And that was the thing. And one person told that enjoy. And one person told that enjoy the life basically. After accessing heart, after accessing anyone's head, they are telling that enjoy the life basically. After installing software basically in laptop, and what that person basically is doing to doing the jasusi basically, they are telling that basically enjoy the life basically. So you can't able to imagine basically. Yeah? One person basically can't work in laptop basically. What to do basically? They basically are tracking basically what that person is doing in laptop. That means he is a terrorist basically. You consider that person as a terrorist. Terrorist means 93 bomb blast basically, which was done by police commissioner only basically. That is terrorism basically. You don't have permission to track that police commissioner laptop. You don't have basically permission to do jasusi of that police commissioner, that is Mumbai police commissioner. Unnecessary basically they are doing jasusi of one normal person basically. And one person, one of the girl basically told that basically you don't speak anything, Sunil basically. That also was told by one of the girl basically. That also basically one of the girl basically told this basically, that you basically don't speak anything basically. So basically, in this world, basically, we're not able to believe it. If one person basically is doing the increment, na basically, people can't see basically. People basically can't see. They basically do his HIV/AIDS marriage. They basically end his generation. I don't know what up to else basically the world has reached basically. So world basically one of the satellite person told that world basically we have ended long before, because somebody has ended generation. So they basically got the information that somebody basically ended the generation of Sunil Nair. How they got the information, and they basically started creating the backup of world also basically. So the Jesus Christ world, Guru Nanak world, Sri Ram God world, Hanumanji world, Jalaram world, then Mahavir Group world, Nehru world, Subhash Chandra Bose world, Lal Bahadur Shastri world. That is cool. They have basically told that basically we are ending that. We have taken the backup basically, and the people basically who we want to take basically we will take them from the space basically. When basically they are walking basically in jogging, or basically they are walking somewhere basically we will take that person, and then basically we will take that person to next world basically. That is new world basically. So that type of activity also basically they have done long before basically, when Sunil Nair basically generation was ended. That was told by one of the satellite person. Whether that is correct, basically, that no, we don't know. Basically. But few people basically who basically are so confident basically they told that basically no basically Sunil Nair basically next generation has not ended. Sunil R basically next generation has not ended. Then one of the person told, yeah, basically one person basically is sitting in laptop. He's basically doing his task, normal task. The people basically doing video conference and installing the software basically and telling that basically ho gaya. So is this the way basically? The Vadodara Sanskari Nagari basically, this is basically known as a Sanskari Nagari basically. But you are basically doing the jasusi. What person basically is doing in laptop? To मतलब you are basically believing that basically you are the jasus, you are the Russian jasus, you are the American jasus, you are the Korean jasus, you are the Japanese jasus, you are the Indian jasus, you are the Indian jasus basically. Sorry, you are the Pakistani jasus, you are the Bangladeshi jasus, you are the Afghanistan jasus. Just a minute. You are the Afghanistani jasus. So one person told that basically task is of jasus here basically. So you basically are behaving like a jasus basically. You are jasus basically. You want to prove that basically your boss basically will give some money and basically give some increment basically. That I have basically hijacked Sunil R Nair laptop and basically whatever thing basically is doing, where what that information basically we are passing to the set of groups. Just taking as an example, basically. This type of the thing basically are doing basically, and they are basically earning lakhs of crores of money basically. And they're telling that basically हो गया. So you can't imagine basically up to what level company basically have the full control. So you can't access anyone's laptops here basically. If company has given you the laptop basically, then it's okay basically. Then 1% of the company has given you money, and you have purchased money from that laptop from that money. So we have access. So that was perfect, yeah, basically. That was basically not wrong, basically. That is also correct. That means if you are doing jasusi, that means basically I am terrorist. मैं मतलब आतंकवादी. I am basically looking like आतंकवादी. I am Bin Laden. I am basically Biden, basically American president. I am basically Joris Johnson. I am basically one of the army of Madhya Pradesh. I am the army of one of the Uttar Pradesh. Bill Clinton, Joris Johnson. I am the army basically. You basically is feeling that basically I am army person basically. That basically you are doing jasusi of Sunil Nair laptops. So do jasusi of that army person basically, who is playing the role of John. So Johnny basically, who is basically Boris Johnson basically. But he's playing from back basically. Nowadays basically Rishikesh Sunak basically is the president basically. Then one of the person told that यार कि मतलब क्या है basically, what is this? Then one of the person told that like this only basically world basically has created by some group. Then suddenly basically one of the satellite passed basically from satellite and he told that basically Sunil basically you got basically marriage, you basically got second marriage, you basically got your birth basically, your basically generation basically started. Before that basically again basically told you got the job basically in Earth planet. Then Sunil Lara basically told that no, basically I have not got yet. Yet still basically I have not got. Then basically again basically this was basically third time basically he asked. Then again basically he exited that also 700 kilometers per second basically. At that speed basically he left. That means he was basically very angry basically. I don't know what he is going to do now. That was 700 kilometers per second. So one person told that that is not possible. Yes, 700 kilometers per second. That means you are basically in. You basically want to move the Earth planet like this basically. One of the person basically told that also. So he basically was trying to do that basically. I think basically. So that's why basically somebody taken the backup of world also. But that is just on paper basically. So one of the person told that proof is everything basically. You should have the proof basically. That 850 crore computers basically are getting power supply from that Canadian land. You have proof. Why? Because you have created that land from that company and you have created the lava chemical data and dumped into the Canada land. And then basically from that Canada land, basically you are getting the power supply to India, 850 crore computers. And basically that computer basically is connect that computers are connected with one superpower computers that is basically generating the log of that lava power supply and the log of computers basically. And the roadmap from where basically the power supplies are getting. That roadmaps also basically matters basically. Roadmap also basically matters. So one person told that that's very dangerous. Yeah, we basically never thought up to this level. We basically never thought up to this level. So you want to say the power supply which we are getting basically, that power supply basically is from Canada land basically. And that Canada land is connected with some lava company. That lava company is having the exact data basically of that land basically, which power company basically is sorry 850 computers basically are getting the power supply. So this was imagine basically something extraordinary experience basically, because this type of thing basically we never basically got the information basically. The things basically are running like this basically, and this everything is done also. That is the new thing. And this is basically the chain between 850 crore and that land basically. But land directly basically doesn't connect. It connects to land basically gets power supply from land basically gives power supply to that nuclear power company and energy company. And the power company basically gives the power to computers that is 850 crore computers and with the help of some utilities basically which we have basically got. So just a minute. So just a minute. Just a minute. So one of the person told that this is a chain basically on the base of the world basically has created. And suddenly basically again one of the satellite person basically one of the NASA group basically asked the question. Sorry, basically you have got the job. Sorry, he basically first asked basically. You basically got the second marriage. You basically started your generation basically. That was first question basically asked. And then basically asked, you got the job basically because he basically basically has not thought that basically he might not be working. He basically thought that basically he might be working also, and he basically might have got job also. But he basically got asked this basically this question basically after some time basically. That is this. You got job basically. Then it's only learned that no basically. Then NASA and ISRO basically group was shocked basically. Still basically you are not got the job. It was shocking basically reaction basically between NASA and ISRO group basically. They still basically you not got the job. Still basically you not got the job. That is unbelievable basically. That means unbelievable means they basically can't believe this basically. Which basically I am talking basically. That still basically you not got the job. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this topic.